Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everythin Yet Nothin. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, welcome to Everything Yet Nothing. Tonight we have a phenomenal show like usual because it's our show. It's not like everybody else's show. We have all kinds of stuff on here and it ranges from crazy stuff to everyday come on and talk about your life and what's going on. And my coat is all like being funky on here, as you can tell. So it has been kind of rainy here. Today's been rainy. We've had like really nice weather, like almost summertime stuff. And then it goes to crap, like within minutes.
Yeah, that's Missouri.
Yeah. Welcome to Missouri.
Yeah.
Branson. If you're in Branson, come and check out the Pierce Arrow Theater with Stevie Lee Woods, Pierce Arrow, and the Nashville Roadhouse Live Band. Every Friday and Saturday. Friday is at 3 o'clock, and Saturday is at 8 o'clock. I'm usually there. I try to be there Saturdays, sometimes Fridays, but more often than on Saturdays. So come and check it out because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's rock and country. You've been there, haven't you?
Nope.
No. Well,
No, I hate the shows here in Branson. I'm stuck here. I'm not here by choice.
There you
Have
go.
you seen any of them?
I think I went to the Noah one when that was at the Sight and Sound. I think that's like the only one I've ever been to, and that was only because it was free.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's always nice to go somewhere free.
Yeah.
No wonder you did it.
Especially in Branson.
I
It's
hate
kind
it
of
there.
expensive on some things.
Nothing's
Not all,
free.
But, oh, for real.
Dear God, there's hardly anything free here.
So much not free.
Yeah.
Like, used to, they would have, like, discounts for locals and, like, a discount, okay, 6 years ago? 7 years ago for the indoor water park at Grand Country? It was like $5 a piece.
Well, they also have the area
Now,
appreciation
it's like
days and
$25.
Well, yeah, that was
a
their
piece.
appreciation days.
yeah, get it for $15 or something
You
like
get
that.
it for 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Now
that
it's
was back when Zach was
20,
8, and now it's
25.
like $18 for area
Yeah.
appreciation.
it's expensive.
But they
Everything's
added
expensive.
new wave.
Right.
Oh, they
And that's what I'm
expanded
kinda thinking.
the tubes
Yeah.
too. They added
Yeah.
a couple
They
of
added
those.
more tubes and stuff like that. So I think
Great
it's
indoor
so
water
much.
park though. As far as
It
indoor
is.
water
Oh my
parks
God.
go, it's
So
maybe
much
not
fun.
the largest, but it's pretty good size.
Yeah.
I mean, keep it warm in there.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
cool. Yeah, that's great. Like normally around
Even
this
in the
time of
wintertime,
year,
I mean,
we're
it's
under
warm.
snow, and
Yeah.
it's great to be able to go over there and go swimming in the middle of the winter.
Oh yeah, totally. It's definitely nice. You have to check it out.
Yeah.
Hey Shanae, how are
Hello,
you?
Chanel.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to see you. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Yes, we took a plane to, I don't know, where do you want to be at? Hawaii,
Been there,
Jamaica. What's this look like behind us?
Jamaica.
Jamaica? We're in Jamaica.
Yeah. Where's the ganja?
You Jamaica mate.
We get to get ganja.
Ganja. Woohoo. Who doesn't like a little ganja every once in a while? Hi,
Hello,
Chipster.
Chipster.
What's up?
Chipster likes ganja.
Oh my god, Chipster likes ganja? You like ganja, Chip? I don't have ganja.
Oh no. we can't
Yeah,
do that.
we need to drink ganja. It's like we just come directly from a meeting or something.
I know,
Oh,
we
jeez.
did. We just came from a meeting. On the
What step
Drag
are we on now?
Show. Drag Show is March 7th.
22nd.
22nd.
Mhm.
And the doors open at 9. Show starts at 10. We have
Located at
5 performers. Glencho's at Branson Meadow Malls, 248 and Gretna. Gotta come and check it out. Phenomenal place to just hang out. And we are also doing a Rainbow Diversity Night, which is every other Wednesday. And we have one this coming up Wednesday. Right, babe? Yeah.
Yeah.
This coming up Wednesday. So come and check it out. We'll be on here some more.
The shows are fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We try.
Great.
Like,
Yep.
our girls and guys perform like all get out. I love it. You're missing out if you've never been.
Yeah, I've been to some other shows, and this is on par with some of the best shows.
It's
that
a
are
lot
out
more
there.
tasteful, and it's a lot more
Audience
ladylike.
interactive too.
Yes.
So you're
Audience.
really up close with the audience, and
if you get VIP, which is like literally right up front, you're gonna be part of the action that goes on. And this time we have a. Is that a surprise, or should we mention it? The hoteling thing.
We have an extra special
We have an extra special
halftime show.
halftime show, and that is going to be
Brought to you by Perfect Tan.
brought to you by Perfect Tan in Branson Hills. Jeremy,
Mhm.
I wish you lived closer to Shanae.
Yeah, would have been great.
I wish she's so happy to see us 3.
Mhm.
You haven't seen Kevin.
Did I tell you I'll be coming to Wisconsin next month?
Yeah, he's gonna be coming to Wisconsin next month.
We're gonna go to Wisconsin next year.
You should meet
Like
up with him.
Geneva.
He's gonna go to classes. He'll be out there for a week.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He's so excited about it.
Yeah. Going to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
I'm actually really nervous about it. It's different. I'm going with 5 people.
Oh my God, where? She says.
What is that? Wherever Culver's is.
Wherever Culver's is. Bordesac or
Bordesac.
Bordesac or
Booty sack.
Booty Sack. Booty Woody Moody.
Chanel probably
You ever
knows. She
heard
knows
of it?
everything in
Shanae,
Wisconsin.
you know everything. You live there. You gotta know. That sounds. She would love to hug you, Kevin. Hello, Brendan. What's up? Not much. Doing a podcast. That's about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Talking to Mr. D&D.
Yeah.
Jason.
Talking about Wisconsin, Lake Geneva.
Talking about Wisconsin, Lake Geneva.
That's the birthplace of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
And this month is Gary Con, which is a celebration of Gary Gygax, the inventor of Dungeons and Dragons. So this is a convention that's held in his honor at Lake Geneva. And they have not only like panels and speakers and special guests, but they also have like dedicated rooms for games, board games, Dungeons and Dragons games, Chainmail, which is an old predecessor of Dungeons and Dragons, and
Oh, wow.
all kinds of really cool stuff. A lot of
That
history in the
sounds
town
cool.
too.
Hi, Pierre. Oh my God, long time no see.
I wonder
Performs
when
in drag
Pierre's ever going
and-
to be on the show. Does he still perform?
Are you still performing, Pierre? Drag King in Springfield,
Oh,
Martha's
okay.
Vineyard, and Club. Is it Club Vegas or Club Mix?
Next.
I think.
Mm.
Am I
The Mix Ultra Lounge?
Mix Ultra Lounge? Yeah. I don't know. I could swear he was still performing from Galena.
Mm.
Well, he
That's
is still in
weird.
Galena. Where are you
Small
performing
town.
at, Pierre? We want to come and see you. Small world.
Small town.
Small town. Very small town.
Yeah, oh God, small towns.
I know, right? When you are from a small town, you definitely know a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not from a small town.
You're lucky.
I tried that in a small
I'm
town.
not from a big town either.
Awesome, Pierre.
From a military base.
Hi, Chevelle. Hello. Martha's Vineyard. What night?
Downtown Springfield.
What night, Pierre? What night? Or wherever. Well, we need to talk then if it's wherever.
Well, that's true.
Mr. Pierre, like ASAP. I think you would love what we need to talk about.
Okay, Stratford.
Stratford.
Still not too far out of there.
No, definitely close enough to do what I want to talk to you about.
Make it worth his while.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely make it worth your while.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. All right, you have a great night, Pierre. Chevelle, hello. What are you doing on here, young man? Wow, young lady. Fabulous one, fabulous one.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of our queens for our drag show. She is absolutely fabulous. And if you've never seen her, you've got to see her because, oh my God, amazing.
You know, she has some clips.
She is absolutely beautiful. And I just cannot wait. So excited to hang out because it's so much fun. And she could drop it like it's hot. Like, let me tell you. Like, whoo, I don't see how she does it.
Yeah, Chanel, you get all the good drugs, so.
I know. Give me some gummies.
I'm talking about the oxys.
Oh, well, yeah, you definitely feeling something there.
I can eat gummies all day long.
Yeah, gummies I could definitely have. Oxycodone. Oh, okay. It's okay. You're back on, so.
Yeah. Always a
Yes,
great show.
it is.
Great time.
So, Chevelle, what do you have going on coming up? Anything, any shows in Springfield or around close? We'll throw you out there somewhere. Shanae, honey, I love you, and one day we will come and see you. Yep, party Pierre.
Let's just make a special trip of it.
Yeah. We can it's like a day at Chuckle.
Yeah, it's just a day up there and a day back.
Yeah.
It's 8 hours away.
Well, they said a day going up and
oh shoot. We could like
back.
Leave early in the morning, like midnight, and then get up there early, spend the day, and then leave late like that night, and then be home the next morning.
Yeah, we don't need to sleep.
I don't. Colorado. That's how we did it.
How we used to go to Colorado
all the time.
Yeah.
And that was
but we would get there at 6
trip.
o'clock in the morning and take a nap.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we can do the same. I'm sure she'll share her bed.
Well, I'm pretty sure she will.
Okay, I will definitely bring Jason so you can ravish him. As long as I get ravished too.
You always get ravished, don't you? Don't worry about that.
But
nobody forgets about you.
Something. My husband does.
Careful, he knows where you sleep.
Yeah, I know where he lives. So, D&D, how long have you been doing D&D?
I started when I was in high school back in '94, and it was with the second edition. And what was funny was I lived in a military base in Japan, and we had just like one bookstore, tiny bookstore. And when Dungeons and Dragons came in, I bought up everything they had on the shelves, and I didn't know how to play it. I didn't know anybody who did know how to play it, but I had heard about this game, and I so I really wanted to try it out. And then I put a little ad in the local paper on the base, and found a couple of guys who had graduated from high school that were still there in the area, and we got together, started playing, and then off and on, been playing for the last 20 years at least.
Oh,
and
wow.
Then started back up again hardcore, though, with just a couple of years ago, about 10 years ago. So
nice. So what is D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game, and unlike we like to think of as role-playing, Dungeons and Dragons is a theater of the mind where you're pretending to be. The best way to describe it is imagine yourself being inside a movie or being a character in a book, where instead of just being that character, you're in the driver's seat and you determine where the character is going, what he says, what he does. And I'm just the director, so I call the scenes and set things up, and then you kind of take over from there. And dice, which we roll in there, is to introduce randomness. So, whether or not, if you want to hit a monster with your sword, you roll a dice to see whether or not, if you get a certain number, if you hit him or not, and then roll another dice for how much damage. Or if you wanted to try and jump across a chasm, you roll a dice for that. And if you don't make it, you fall to your death. So that's the simplest explanation of what Dungeons and Dragons is.
Well, I like that because I would probably not even came close to saying what you just said.
Yeah.
But I've played it, and it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was the character of a fairy.
Yep.
Can't remember my
especially
name.
for you.
Yes.
I almost remembered it too.
It was good.
Yeah. I even bought a special mini for you too.
Yes.
That was a little tiny fairy. Couldn't see it on the camera hardly when we played, but.
Hi, Zoe. Zoe Monet. How are you?
Chanel had sent me a bunch of minis and stuff, and I've painted nearly everything. I think I just got a couple little figurines I haven't done yet, but like she sent me like an entire bookshelf set. It looks like a bar and everything, and it looks pretty cool. I painted all that up. And
oh my god!
Sent me a dragon and painted that up, and that was for a very fun adventure there. That was where we had 3 dragons, and party thought they were gonna get wiped out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We got some rocks from her.
Yep.
What was the planet, babe?
Oh, it was I think Big Dipper or something.
It was planets or something, and it was rocks that they had put on board to mark as each planet.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I've seen those. And then they have like whatever the rock is that represents. Yeah.
Hi, Josiah, Mr. Hooker.
Yeah.
Oh,
celebrate hookers.
Hey, Tim.
I'll tell you after.
Oh, Chanel says Big Dipper. You were right.
Yeah, the Big Dipper. And it's each star that's in the Big Dipper. And it's
she has a lot of pretty rocks. And all types of rocks. She has rocks, she has cock rocks, she has big rocks, little rocks.
Split rocks.
Keychain rocks.
Split rocks.
Plant rocks. Just, you want a rock. She'll give you one.
Yep. I want to know about
skulls and figurines.
Skulls and figurines.
Yeah.
So what has been your longest game of D&D?
Actually, I think the longest game we had was the one we were running on online with Hollis and Siobhan, and
those were some long games.
Yeah, that was the
Christy.
Yeah. So as far as longest, from beginning to the end, that's been the longest running game. The longest game I think I've ran was 6 hours. And that was an all-nighter, and I think we got too drunk by the end of it and just started wandering off and doing our own thing.
Yay!
That was how it was in high school.
Games are always fun, a little bit funner.
Add alcohol to anything, it makes it way more fun.
Yes, Josiah, I know you love rocks, and I'm not going to say what kind of rocks. Hooker. I love that he can call me Hooker, and I call him Hooker. He's my only hooker, though. There is no other hooker. But the JoJo hooker. Oh my god, we arrived in Jamaica this morning at 4:05, wasn't it?
Well, at least there's no jet lag because they're in the same time zone.
Yeah.
Private jet.
Private jet goes.
To our private yacht. They take the private helicopter to the private yacht.
Look, our private guy is.
To the private submarine.
Submarine, yeah, all decked out.
It's yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow, it's gold.
I thought it was rainbow.
We actually live in it.
The inside's rainbow. Yeah, we live
Mr.
in it.
Meanies, or what was the bad guys called? The Meanies. It was before my time.
Josiah says I'm the only Kevin approved hooker. Very true, JoJo. Very true. If Kevin okays it, then it's all good.
Yeah, one of the things I've been doing lately, though, is just a couple of years ago, I started a organization called Dungeons and Dog Tags, where we facilitate Dungeons and Dragons games for veterans and active duty soldiers all over the world. We do it through Discord. And like one game that I'm in, just as a player, we got two guys from the Army, including me, a guy from the Air Force, a guy from Space Force. So we rag on him a lot, from being in Space Force. But but one particular game that really got crazy was I had set it up. It was one with the 3 dragons, and Chanel's was one of them. And what had happened was the party comes in to this backwater town. They're supposed to be laying low and hiding out because they have done they've done a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. And in the previous couple towns and cities. So they're hiding out, or supposed to be, and they ended up discovering that the town that they were in, they're supposed to be protecting a drug factory. And it turned out the drug factory was being run or facilitated by a green dragon who had a black dragon living in the area that it beat down and is just using as a guard dog. And then another green dragon, a male, comes in and was like wanting to woo the first green dragon. So the way these guys do it is through like mind games and stuff like that. And so it was like messing with the party. It was messing with the operations for the other dragon. Dragon didn't know that, and all of a sudden, in the very end of the game, all 3 dragons show up all at once on the party, and the party just like flips out, and they think they're going to die for sure. And I was pretty sure I was going to kill them all off too, but those guys, no matter what I throw at them, they just would never die. I could not kill them, no matter how much I set up to destroy them. And
oh wow!
But that's the amazing thing about the game, though. It's not necessarily like an us versus them, but you really try to throw as many obstacles at it, and no matter how insurmountable it is, if you got a wicked good imagination and the dice rolls are with you, you can pull through, 3 dragons, having a menage a trois, right, with you right there in the middle.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, that's always fun. I enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun. I missed it. Gotta get back to it.
Yeah, you should get back to it.
Don't miss it that much. Well, I don't miss the broadcasting part. I love playing the game, but doing the broadcast is.
Well, let's do a quick commercial, and we will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
And there you have it.
Right.
Commercial, commercial, commercial.
Yes.
That's what makes the world go round on here.
And a lot of places.
And
Advertising.
Advertising. Sponsorship. So if you want to sponsor us, you let us know. Reach out to us. Because we are always looking for good sponsors.
Yep.
Because that's what's going to help us grow this business that we are in. So back to D&D. What's been your biggest D&D game? Like people playing with you.
How many?
How many?
Well, I try and keep it no more than 6 people. I have done, because the more people you get in there, the more longer it takes for your turn to come back around again.
Right.
And so those games can slow down a lot. So 6, I think, is like probably the biggest on my ideal side, but that's probably about a good size right there, is 6 people. Although I have played as many as 8, and I had to be on top of it though to keep things moving and not everybody him and hawing. You know, they had to know what their turn was, and but I have enjoyed though this. I'm doing it again this in 2 weeks. At Gary Con, I'm doing an online game, and I'm doing one for kids. I call it Dungeons and Doggies, where you play animals, and then they have what's called the awakening, when animals became intelligent. So you're not like anthropomorphic with thumbs and all that,
right?
But you're an intelligent cat, intelligent dog, intelligent raccoon. And I'm playing that. I'm running that game for kids at GaryCon in 2 weeks when that goes on. And the last time I ran it, it was a great hit. Kids had a lot of fun, and so many of these games are geared towards adults and older teens that there's not a lot of those games for the kids to play. So I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see what they can come up with their imaginations and getting out of whatever situation's going on.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
In this case, what's happening is and stray animals are mysteriously disappearing from the city of Waterdeep. And as a stray yourself, you're going to team up with some other animals and try and discover why these animals missing, what is it involved, why that's happening, and who's the big bad monster or bad guy at the very end of it all. And so it's going to be about a 4-hour game, maybe a little less. Kind of depends on how the kids are, but it's going to just be a one-shot game, and I'm really looking forward to playing that coming out.
No, heck yeah. That sounds fun. Like a lot of fun. So, what is your biggest reason why you do D&D?
Well, it always had come down to storytelling. I am a storyteller at my heart and core, and that's why I really enjoy playing Dungeons and Dragons, is because it's just the whole storytelling part. And whether it was when I was in high school, whether when I was in the military and played in the barracks, or nowadays, it still just comes down to the story and great storytelling, and trying to facilitate an immersive world so that everybody can feel like they're a part of it. Mm-hmm. Everybody feels like they have a piece in telling the story and the greater story that's going on. And that's kind of what the biggest takeaway I get from it, though, too. And there's also great therapeutic value that's been found in Dungeons and Dragons as well. Yes. There is a group or a organization called Geek Therapeutics, and they have several programs. One of them, which is the Therapeutic Dungeon Master Game Master program, where you can run Dungeons and Dragons as a form of play therapy for both not only kids, but for adults as well. And they've been finding that this form of therapy, where you role play somebody else, mm-hmm. It gives the patient the opportunity to play out coping skills, some new things they've learned, learning how to desensitize to situations that would trigger PTSD or other disorders. And the research that's coming back on it, the benefits of it, and the fact that the American Psychiatric Association and several other psychiatric groups have endorsed it. It goes to show that there's a lot of legitimacy too in a game that started about 50 years ago, and for the longest time was the devil and the Satanic Panic and all that.
yes. That's
So,
when I remember it the most.
That's
I
the
was like,
devil.
Oh, it's the devil. It's the devil. It cursed you and it brought you bad luck.
Yeah, for those of you who are not familiar with
just-
the Satanic Panic, during the going into the 80s and tapering off, it kind of ended like around the 90s when I was in high school. But Dungeons and Dragons was linked to Satanism, child sacrifice, parent sacrifice, drugs, all that kind of bad stuff. And it was spearheaded by a particular woman who her son had committed suicide. And it was a very famous case called the Stanford steam pipe, I think was called. What happened was this kid started developing mental illness, possibly or probably something along the lines of schizophrenia. And he played Dungeons and Dragons with his friends, and then the kid just kind of lugs out one day and spends almost 2 weeks living in these subterranean tunnels underneath Stanford University, where all the steam pipes and all that were. He was hiding around, and he ended up unfortunately taking his own life. And his mother was hell-bent convinced it was because of Dungeons and Dragons, and so she started her own group, which was called MAD, which was Mothers Against Dungeons and Dragons. And then they got the ultra-right religious groups to get in behind it too, because it's all about Satanism and mounting down the devil. And so it was a huge campaign across the nation to try and stamp out this game that nobody understood, that was being played not by famous people or jocks or anything like that, but by geeks and those of us who were driven underground because we didn't quite fit in anywhere in society or in high school or junior high or whatever. And but nowadays Dungeons and Dragons has gone from Satanic Panic to now therapy. Being used by doctors and it's a long form entertainment too, with shows like Critical Role and Acquisitions Incorporated, where you'll sit down for 4 hours, watch a bunch of people play Dungeons and Dragons and do funny voices and sometimes even wear costumes too while they're doing it. And that's now, multi-million-dollar entertainment, literally. Just amazing where 50 years ago, just how much of a turnaround that game has become.
Man, it's definitely turned around for sure.
And I didn't grow up in the States during all that, so I just know a lot of it by hearsay. The military, growing up in the Navy as a Navy brat,
I've seen a lot of it on TV.
Yeah, we just that didn't even. All our news was freaking censored, coming across by the military, so we didn't know what the hell was going on stateside. There's barely anything ever got it. A riot happens, we didn't hear about it. They didn't tell us anything because they wanted us to think everything was going great, over state, back home.
And Shanae, yes, Cindy did play.
Yeah,
she was part of my team, our team.
She continued on. So even after you had to drop out,
she stayed.
Cindy's all the way to the end. Until we ended up having to fold the game. But yeah, she was there every week, and Siobhan was too, and Hollis was there most of the time also. Almost every single time.
Yeah, hi guys.
Yeah, and who else did we have?
We'll have to do that again.
Yeah, just to get together online and just have a reunion.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Robert.
Yeah, Robert too. Yes, from Down Under.
Robert.
Poor guy. He got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning his time in order to do the show.
Well, hopefully he napped.
He would. He would have to. He'd get up, do the show, then crash for a couple hours, and then he started doing his own deal too. And, but man, doing great though. He's just recovering from leg amputation. He had one of his legs amputated, and he's walking now. They got a prosthetic on him. He had saw his Facebook postings of him just scooting around like nobody's business. So it's great that he's back on his feet literally and then getting back on with it.
Imagine. I can just imagine. But at least he's not giving up.
Yeah.
Some people give up, which is understandable. But
of course, this is modern
Fucker.
medicine. This is not like the
Yeah.
1800s, where you got a wooden peg leg.
Yeah, right. That would be really uncomfortable. You would figure. I would figure.
Yeah, thank God for modern medicine. Because surgeries like that, they literally have you back on your feet up in hours nowadays versus weeks and months, on your back. So they didn't waste any time at all with Robert getting him up and running again. And that's what's great about medicine, and of course with Chanel too, and the battles that she's been going through. Thank God for modern medicine that's kept her around as long as it has. So
yeah. They've definitely picked their game up when it comes to modern medicine. On everything, not just one, but a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, some for the good, some for the bad.
Yeah.
What history is going to just have to come to decide on that one, where all that's going to land, because that's above my pay grade.
Yeah, for real. I hear that one.
Yeah.
Well, it has. It's come to the end.
Yeah. So we'll have to see about getting a game going.
Yeah, we'll definitely get together and have a reunion.
We'll do it through here on StreamYard again, like we did before.
That'd be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Final words. Take care of each other. Be there for each other. Everybody is human. Everybody's going through their own thing. If you are going through bipolar or anything of the sorts, reach out, because there is help there. Don't feel like you're alone, because you're not alone. There are others out there. Jason can, of course, you can see his shirt, which I like. Makes sense.
Yeah, especially if you have bipolar, you understand.
Exactly. And anything else that you may need help with, reach out, and don't give up on life, because life is way, way better than what you think it is.
The quote, Robin Williams, be kind.
Yes, and be
not
kind
just to each other, but be kind to yourselves too. Be
and remember that if you are hating on somebody, you are the hater, and if you are judging someone, you are the one that is judging. So, peace and love. Be a rainbow, and
be a rainbow in somebody else's life.
Be a rainbow in somebody else's life. Somebody's watched this video, I think.
Which one?
You.
I've sat in on more than a few of these shows. There's people that didn't see me on camera.
I can't find that. All right. Peace and love.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining T. Roy and a special guest here on Everythin Yet Nothin. Tune in next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for another episode you won't want to miss. Until next time, be a rainbow in someone's life. Like and follow us on Facebook at WLFE DB Radio.
Oh my goodness, my hair. Sometimes I just think it's such a mess, and it's so. Oh hey.